Hi everyone, welcome to Cartown Kia. I'm Gabrielle. I have Alex here with me today. You guys, he's excited to go over a brand new 2027. This is the Kia Telluride. Go ahead and talk about it.
So this one is a really special car as always. We try to show you the best. This is a 2027 hybrid electrical SX Prestige X line. This is the top trim for the 2027 hybrids. These things are beautiful. We've been waiting on them for months. They're finally here, and I wanted to show you my favorite color. This is what they call black jade green. And so it's a very pretty color. It looks a lot different in a lot of different lighting, depending if you're driving at night or during the day. It's really bright green in the daytime, but turns to black at night. It has black flake in the paint, which is gorgeous. But this one being a hybrid, there are a lot of mechanical differences too. So the engine, it's still a 2.5 liter turbo. But this is the first Telluride ever that has a turbo hybrid powertrain. So it's got an engine and also a hybrid battery that gets you 32 miles a gallon on the highway, 30 miles a gallon in the city. So combined 31 miles per gallon for all-wheel drive, up to 35 miles per gallon on the front-wheel drive model of this vehicle. But I'll show you around for all the features. So with this being an X-Line, all the X-Line and X-Pros for the new 2027s, you have this front fascia that's all blacked out. All the X-Lines have more of an aggressive sort of look, but on the new Tellurides also, they've expanded the space. So you have about a 3-inch longer wheelbase on this vehicle. And as far as length of the car, it's about 2.3 inches longer and sits about an inch higher, which those small figures may seem small, but they make up a lot when you're in the inside of this vehicle. On the SX Prestige X-Line, so this vehicle, it does have 21-inch rims, which are gorgeous. They are very similar to the EV9. So these sit on 265, 45, R21s, Kumo tires, very nice tires. They ride like a dream. That extra 3 inches of wheelbase makes this car really drive super smooth and handle very nice. I want to show you something before we get into the vehicle too. And so on the SX Prestige, you have these, which on all the new Tellurides, you do have these power folding handles that go in and out, flush mounted with the body. Now when we lock this car, we can remote start it. Car's on, we don't even hear it. For the first time ever on a Telluride, where it is a hybrid, very, very quiet. But while I'm standing beside my car, trying to get it out of the garage, whatever it may be, this car will actually pull forward. So if I hold down here on the key fob, we can pull it out of its parking space, pull it out of our garage, tight squeeze, whatever it may be. The car will actually steer to avoid obstacles as well. So a really neat feature here. And I'm doing this all right here from the key fob. So I can back it in as well, and I'll show you the inside. To the inside of this new 2027 hybrid Telluride, I want you to take a look at all the details. So first on these doors, we have this wood grain finish, and you can see it just from my finger, this ambient lighting, which you will find everywhere throughout this car. At nighttime, this thing really lights up. You have them in the door handles. You have ambient lighting all the way across the dash, which we'll see here in just a minute. But we do have a hidden door handle. So on the outside, you have the power sliding door handles, and on the inside you have these hidden door handles, which are really cool. Up here you have all of your options for heated seats, you have cooled seats, you have your memory seats right here, heated steering wheel, and even a massaging chair for your driver, which has different settings to suit your needs. In this seat, this is genuine Napa leather as well, which is really nice, but in this seat, it's very comfortable. They've made extra room on the new 2027 Tellurides for the seats. So it's a larger seat. It feels a lot more comfortable than previous models. In the inside, a lot of things are the same, but at the same time, a lot of things have changed. So it still kept the overall Telluride feel. They went back to the handles on the center just to show you kind of what the old Tellurides look like. And we have a large space right here in the middle for our cup holders, but also these will slide in on your higher trims to make a big crevice to put anything you'd like. You do have a center console that butterflies. So if I just push this button, it'll butterfly open for some extra storage. We have dual wireless phone charging pads, and the technology on these things are incredible. So you can see this little camera right here. This is an attention view monitor. Make sure you're paying attention to the road in front of you at all times if you're ever on the highway and the car sees that you might start to close your eyes or feel more comfortable and not paying attention, your car is going to alert you and eventually pull over if that's the case. You have Meridian sound system. So on the X-Line and X Pros, You have a dark blacked out, kind of like a satin finish on the speakers, but Meridian's a very premium audio system. This vehicle too, being a hybrid, we have 329 horsepower, as opposed to the other Tellurides with the 2.5, they're 274 horsepower. Torque-wise, 339 pound-feet of torque. As opposed to the other Tellurides, it's about 70 less pound-feet of torque. And so I love the Tellurides, they have great pickup. Going to the infotainment system here. So going to our infotainment system here, we have several different options to choose from. Now, one thing that makes this Telluride amazing compared to last year too, they do have wireless Apple CarPlay. So for the first time in history of Tellurides, we do have wireless Apple CarPlay that's already built into the infotainment system. We also have YouTube. We have a variety of suites. Netflix, you can watch these things while you're parked, while you're traveling, need a break, want to stop at a gas station, you can watch Netflix, YouTube. There's other things that you can watch during your drive. We do have a hybrid button here to kind of see what fuel economy we're getting. Now this car has been idling for quite some time, showing 25.8, but these things do get much higher fuel ratings. Our ambient lighting, as you can see, wraps all the way around. Heated ventilated seats for your passenger seat as well. Heated ventilated seats for both second row seats, and dual sunroofs. The back one is fixated, which is much larger than the front one, but both give it a very luxurious feel, as well as an Alcantara suede headliner that feels very good, and a rear view monitor. So this is really cool. You can make it a mirror, or we can flip this up. It turns into a camera, which is on the back end of the car, with 3 different buttons for garage door openers for home link. We'll check out the back seat. So again, going by the space, we've extended the vehicle now 2.3 inches, 3 inches larger of a wheelbase. It creates more room for your second and third row passengers, larger seats for the first and second rows as well. So much larger seats that are a lot more comfortable. Getting into the seats too. So in previous year models, when you would push this button or the button up here for the people in the third row getting out, the seat would just slide forward and fold. Now when we push either one of these buttons, the seat actually comes up and gives us a lot more room to get into the third row, which is really nice. This interior color is called black with millstone. Millstone being the gray sort of color that is on the top here, which is a suede material, but it feels very nice. Sitting in this car, it just feels very luxurious. Ambient lighting, you can see it everywhere. It just feels very, very nice. You do have 2 cup holders as well back here that make nice for the people sitting in the second row, and also a multi-purpose bin, either to set things on, or you have a storage compartment that goes right underneath it. So if you have some valuable belongings or something that you just want to put away for later, some tools, whatever it may be, there they are. They stuck with the same design as far as charging ports. So you still have the USB-Cs on the front and the passenger seats, and 2 USB-Cs that are going to be in the rear of the car. All right, so power folding liftgate, opening this thing up. You can see it already has more room. So it does have more room than previous year Tellurides. You do have more trunk space. One thing I love is this thing folds back. And if you're ever tailgating, you have a chance for cup holders. You have a little measuring tape here. You never know where life may take you. So something handy to have on you at all times. This one's equipped with a first aid kit. And just keep in mind, this is not an electric vehicle or a plug-in vehicle. This is something that takes gasoline only. It's 87 octane. You don't have to put anything special in it to get that sort of fuel economy. This thing can get up to 600 miles on 1 tank of gas. It's 18 gallons, save you a bunch of money.
All right, starting MSRP is $60,595. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. All of our contact info is listed right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.